Evening all. Here I am back in the cabin to do some more reflections. This is reflection number 2. And as I said last time, what I'm going to be doing now is reading some excerpts just from the war diary. But I'm concentrating specifically on the battle phase is what I'm going to be doing. But first, can I just say to everybody that's out there doing the 22 press-ups to raise awareness for PTSD, thank you very much on behalf of lunatics everywhere. It's really good. Thanks very much. But remember, that's an American statistic in the sense that, you know, there are 22 serving and veterans in America every day that are taking their own lives through PTSD and depression and things like that. Now, I have to stress that PTSD isn't owned exclusively by the military. The emergency service, the people doing that, people in everyday lives get PTSD, okay? I have to stress that. But I can only speak from a military perspective. That's my baseline, so that's how I'll operate. That's how I know. This is where I'm talking from. That's my experiences of PTSD. So I just wanted to say that as well. You know, everybody can suffer from some sort of mental illness. But what I wanted to do was kind of give those of you that haven't sort of saw my diary entries on Facebook for the 25 years of the Gulf War, just to read a couple to you. And I've got 2 entry phases. I think there's about 5 or 6 for the actual war phase because it was the 100 hours war. It only lasted like 4 days. So I got some of those, which I just wanted to read you, just to kind of give you an insight as to what gave me the depression and the PTSD. In that sense, this is a big contributor to my PTSD. It's not everything, there are other things as well, but this is a big contributor. So I've got the first diary, and I'm not going to be reading it like Kenneth Branagh or any shit like that, okay? But it's just to tell you what it was, and it's from my diary, and the first one I'm going to read to you is as follows. 24th of the 2nd, 1991, G-Day. The ground war begins. So from now on, it's taken from my diaries. Moving up to the breach. Well, what can I say? It's fucking raining again. Now, is that a good or bad omen? We're eager to go. The wind's blowing north, so if they use chemical weapons, they'll get it in their faces. This makes me feel slightly better, but we'll be driving through it at some stage. We're in our NBC suits, but as it's fucking freezing, no one seems to mind. First time ever. Shitloads of artillery going off. The noise has intensified. It's a fucking madhouse. You can feel the ground move. Just heard on comms that the Yanks have punched through line Alaska. Estimated 800 to 1,000 prisoner of wars taken. They're making good progress and stopping for nothing. Speed, speed, speed. We've stopped for some reason. We're informed that we go in proper tomorrow. Nerves kick in after the adrenaline rush. We check all the kit. Our lives depend on everything working. Andy cleans the LMG again. I clean my rifle and smoke. Might as well. It could be over for us tomorrow. One of the things that I've mentioned before that really, really got to me wasn't so much the thought of the warfare as it was that kind of the sort of like, you know, conventional warfare. It certainly was the chemical war, the whole NBC threat and stuff like that, which is something I fucking hated. I never made a secret of the fact I always hated it. The respirators, a whole kit and caboodle. Hated it. So that really was psychological in my mind. That was a thing that was key with me. And one of the nightmares that I have is that I don't get my mask on in 9. I don't mask up in 9. I can't breathe and I wake up and I'm in a panic. And that never happened. Although we did don our respirators because the night went off. But this is a dream I have. That fear that I had in there is so much. And that's what I feared. So the second one I'm going to read is 250291, 25th of February 1991, G-Day +1. It's 0551 hours and we're waiting to go in. Things have been moving so fast and going so well, the plan seems to be constantly changing. The French reached their objective late last night and the USMC have got to within 30 clicks of Kuwait City. We're 2 kilometres from Iraq and moving all the time. Now in Iraq. We passed a sign that said, "Welcome to Iraq, courtesy of the Big Red One, the American Infantry Division." We've crossed line Vermont, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Alaska, Oregon and New Jersey lie to the north of us. We've crossed Alaska, passing all the others in a blur. Fuck, this is moving fast. No time to even think. It's pissing it down with rain, and the smell from our NBC suits is fucking appalling. I'm chain smoking in the Panzer, and to be honest, I'm more worried about the chemical weapons they've got. If I'm going to get it, please let it not be by that fucking mustard gas or nerve agent. Sitrep. 2 divisions of the Republican Guard are heading towards us in an attempt to halt the thrust. Our job is to annihilate them while another mob take them in the flank. Artillery is doing my head in. It's so noisy. I've got such a headache. Andy's driven us through a fucking minefield. Not a scratch. Maybe we'll get through this. 23:13 hours. Non-stop all day. Sitrep on comm says be wary. The enemy are booby trapping themselves and their kit, so be careful if they surrender. Keep them at arm's length. Fucking artillery is non-stop. Non-stop. No sleep then. I can't remember when we slept. Andy and Seb look all in. Bet I look the same. It's the strain. The Iraqi 8th Division has been totally destroyed in one day. Fuck. Those are the words from a young 18-year-old, sorry. Yeah, I was 19 that year, 25 years ago. And just to give you a bit of an insight as to what I do think about now, what I do reflect on a lot these days. And I'm thinking about those days more and more and more. And I've had a bit of a shit day today. There's no odds that, which has made me a bit more pensive and a bit more thoughtful about this kind of thing, what I want to, talk about. And, I'm still fighting this battle. And, I have good days, I have bad days. And today wasn't a great day. You try and keep it together, you try and do what you want to do. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that, it's a bit Jack and Ori. I'm telling you stories and I'm glad you're listening. So if you stuck it this far, thanks. Stay tuned because I've got 3 more that I need to go through that I'd like you to see. So anyway, look, thanks again for watching. Please feel free to share it for your friends just to raise more awareness. And please don't nominate me to do the 22 press-ups. I'm aware of PTSD. I've got the fucker. All right, but thank you for doing it. I've done mine now anyway, but I didn't bother recording it. I recorded one and that was when I was pissed. So anyway, thank you to our American cousins over the pond that are fighting it, Australians, Kiwis, all of you great soldiers out there. Just keep it real. All right, okay. Cheers, you swingers. Peace.